The courtroom was packed. Cameras flashed the moment I stepped inside. My husband smiled with complete confidence. My mother-in-law looked at me like I had already lost. Even their expensive lawyers seemed relaxed. They believed today would destroy my reputation forever. Then the judge looked directly at me and asked one simple question. My answer changed the room in seconds. My husband's smile disappeared. His lawyer turned pale. My mother-in-law could not even look at me. What they never imagined was that I had been protecting one secret for 5 long years, and the truth was finally ready to come out. My name is Elowen Hart. 5 years ago, I married the man I believed would stand beside me through everything. Instead, he slowly turned my life into something I barely recognized. Every disagreement became my fault. Every family gathering ended with me being blamed for problems I never caused. His mother constantly reminded everyone that I was lucky to marry into their family. I stayed quiet because I believed peace was worth the sacrifice. Then one day, my husband filed for divorce. He accused me of hiding money, manipulating family finances, and ruining his business reputation. Within days, local news stations were reporting the case. Friends stopped calling. Even strangers online judged me before hearing a single fact. The cameras outside the courthouse made me feel like I was already guilty. What nobody knew was that I had spent 5 years quietly collecting every email, every bank statement, every signed document, and every message. I never planned to use them. I simply wanted to protect myself if the day ever came when the truth mattered more than keeping the peace. As the hearing began, my husband's lawyer spoke confidently. He described me as dishonest and greedy. My mother-in-law smiled every time another accusation was made. My husband never once looked at me. He looked only at the cameras. Then the judge interrupted everyone. He asked me one simple question. Did you ever authorize these financial transfers? The room became silent. I calmly answered no. Then I handed my attorney a small folder that had remained unopened for 5 years. Inside were original documents proving the signatures had been copied from older paperwork. There were emails showing my husband discussing hidden accounts with his business partner. There were tax records that completely contradicted everything presented in court. The judge carefully reviewed the evidence. My husband's lawyer suddenly requested a short recess. His confidence disappeared. My mother-in-law stopped smiling. For the first time since entering the courtroom, my husband looked directly at me. His face had completely changed. When the hearing resumed, the judge asked my husband several direct questions about the missing accounts. He struggled to answer. His lawyer quietly admitted that important financial records had never been disclosed. The judge ordered a full forensic review. Within weeks, investigators uncovered years of hidden transactions, false financial statements, and deliberate attempts to blame me for missing funds. Every accusation against me collapsed. Instead, the investigation focused entirely on my husband and those who helped him. The same cameras that once waited to film my humiliation returned to report something completely different. They covered the investigation that exposed the truth. Reporters who had ignored my side now wanted interviews. People who had judged me without evidence suddenly apologized. But the greatest victory was not public. It was personal. For the first time in years, I slept peacefully. I no longer needed to defend myself because the facts spoke louder than every lie ever told about me. I realized that silence is not a weakness when it is protecting the truth until the right moment. Justice does not always arrive quickly, but when it does, it changes everything. The people who planned to destroy my name walked into court believing they controlled the story. They walked out knowing that one honest answer can defeat years of carefully built lies. The truth waited patiently for 5 years. In just a few minutes, it changed every life in that courtroom forever.